before my phone decides to die or something like that.
Well, we go right here, so I'll tag you.
Okay, so let's talk about how to know if you're in a codependent relationship. Okay. So a lot of time codependency, it looks like intense love, but needing another person often stems from fear. So that's something that I want you guys to understand. There's a difference between love and fear, because that fear of losing that love, or that fear of, if this person is not around me, I can't have love, or I'm not going to feel love because this is the only person that makes me happy. That isn't really you loving them. That is really a fear that you have of losing them, and that will cause you to, be detached from somebody to have to break the ties. Okay, so number one, you can't live without the other person.
Okay.
All right. So I know this is supposed to be a romantic relationship, but it's not. It's an attachment, like I said earlier, which is different from a connection. Okay. So it's not sexy or fulfilling to feel like that. So you want to recognize your wholeness and completion for yourself, so that you can truly enjoy the other person.
That's attractive. When you can have your own thing going for yourself,
yes,
the person can be like, oh, gee, good. I mean, you don't have to be with me 24 hours a day for us to be able to have a good relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Because, in truth, once you recognize your wholeness and everything, you're not a half a person. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people get a little stuck where they feel like, I'm not whole unless I'm with someone else. But you're not a half a person. You are already a whole person. You understand what I'm saying? So she's trying to get your attention over here. Okay.
I wanted to comment.
It's okay.
Go.
It's okay. So, you just want to recognize that you are supposed to be the icing on the cake.
Right.
Okay? You were supposed to be the icing on the cake. You shouldn't need somebody else to be that icing. It's one thing if you guys connect, but you also have to be okay with not being able to not allow each other to breathe.
Yes.
For crying out loud.
Yes. That's what I say. You have to have, and sorry, Facebook is going in and out. You have to have something going for yourself so that nobody feels like you have nothing but them and they can't breathe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not attractive. That's repellent.
It's very repellent.
Yeah, nobody wants to, like, did you have something to do today? Because I got a bunch of stuff.
Right. And then if you feel like, if you as being the codependent begin to feel like you're overwhelmed, it's going to really hurt that person's feelings, because you're going to be forced to treat them like crap when that's not really what you want to do. You just want them to understand that I got to have my own time. Like, there's my time to be with you, there's my time to be with my friends, and there's my time to be with myself.
True.
And you have to have that. If you don't have it, it's going to create a lot of imbalances, and that relationship is done. Okay?
Okay.
So
but on the other end of that is neglect. There is another end of that.
Oh no, there
because
is.
Because it's not always that you just want to be with you all the time.
Right.
Can I get 5 minutes?
Right.
That's the other avenue.
That's
if somebody doesn't have any time for you,
then another story.
Might be like,
that's another story.
You're busy all the time.
All the time, right?
Wait, every time
then that's not being
authentic.
You
have something to do, so yeah, you gotta know the difference between those
that.
two.
That's so true. That's so true. So number 2. Another way to tell if you're in a codependent relationship is the other person must behave in a certain way. So in order for you to feel loved or for you to love them, the other person has to be who you need them to be, or who I need them to be, whatever, okay? So this is conditional love, which is the opposite to unconditional love, which doesn't allow the other person to be who they really are. So in other words, your happiness is dependent on them being how you want them to be.
Not how they are.
Exactly.
And that's a part of loving somebody for their potential, not for what they are at the moment, because you see something in them. Now,
hey D,
if a person, like we talked about last week, if they feel like they admit to some of the things that they do need to change, and they're willing to change, then you can't, because that way you don't expect them to be perfect.
Exactly.
You still can't expect somebody to, you're this and that. Great. Everybody has their faults. Everybody has their things.
That's so
true.
true.
So the opposite of expecting somebody to be what you want to be, though, at the same time, is expecting somebody to make some sacrifices for you, right? Because I'm always going to give the other spectrum. It's a long spectrum, and we have our ends and we have our little big middle part. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If it's all the way on one end, normally it's unbalanced, and either way, whether it's to the left or to the right, it's not good.
It's not good.
You have to have your balance.
It's not.
So you have another one.
So the other one was another way to tell if you're in a codependent relationship is if you're blaming others for how you feel. No, you can't do that. You can't blame somebody else. Ultimately, we are all responsible for how we feel. We have a choice to feel what we feel no matter what somebody does to us. But always remember, what people do to you is their karma, and how you respond to it is yours. So you don't have to be...
I think how you react is yours, but not how if somebody does something.
No, a reaction
because
is
I'm
reacting.
Gonna say, because
is
somebody's not gonna just do anything to you, and you not feel no type of way about it. You're gonna have some reaction to what somebody's doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna have a reaction, but your reaction doesn't have to be a reaction. It could be a response to where if that person is doing something, you are supposed to analyze it. Analyze it like, all right, why is this person acting that way? Mm-hmm. Is this something that I said? Is this something that I did? You know what I mean? Because it's not always the other person. A lot of times it can be you. So you want to see what have I done that allowed this person to feel it was okay to be codependent. Like I was saying before, when I started clearing this part of myself, I started to see a whole bunch of my past relationships end up the same way. Like even with them not wanting to let me go, even with them just saying, oh, I just want you to love me better. Oh, why can't you show me this love? And because I'm such a person of, I believe in self-love, I've always been
so you feel that drains you,
right? Oh, absolutely. It has to. It's draining. It's in it. It's done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no, let's kiss and make up, because what's going to happen is as soon as you hop back in it, everything's supposed to be all good. That codependency thing starts back up again, and now it's like, here we go.
Yeah, I think
here we go.
I think everybody needs to evaluate what they're bringing to. Because I think everybody is bringing something that can be damaging to the relationship. Because if you're not the codependent, you might be the neglector. You know what I'm saying? So you might. It's
a difference between somebody who's a neglector and somebody who is saying, I don't want you to be codependent on me.
But what I'm saying is everybody has to find out what they're bringing to the relationship that is not healthy. That's what I'm saying. That's true. Each person can be bringing something different to the relationship.
I know my thing was feeling sorry for people because they don't have that love for themselves. But I'm realizing more and more the damage that it does to me every time. Not only am I damaging myself,
the other person.
No. But look, check this. Right, I did check me. So, but with all love, I still had to say, I understand why this person feel like that. However, where am I not loving myself at that person is being a reflection of me? How that person is being a reflection of me is I'm caring more about their feelings than my own, which is not right. So that's why I keep attracting the same type of relationships when I'm done with those type of relationships. You know what I mean? I'm done. If you can't love me. I want a man to love me. Don't get it twisted. I want him to love me. But I don't want to feel like I'm in a compressor, you know what I'm saying? Because I want time for me to love myself. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just it.
It's a balance. And we've run out of time.
We have. Sorry, guys.
But I think
I come back.
We covered for this part. There's always a continuation. There's
always a continuation.
There's always more of us. That's why you'll never get bored.
No.
We'll be back.
All right. We'll be back.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Even if we
and you know what? And it's a few more. It's a few more.
You got both of them, so you have the one that comes
right. You got
and then the ending. This was the whole ending.
Okay.
Now listen to this. As soon as you said, oh my God, it's like I pre-know the show. Now I'm feeling myself with Beyonce and Nikki. You just talked about yourself, so you're feeling yourself.
Yes.
It's like I know the show.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Absolutely, I feel you.
But that's what I had to
I mean,
that's
and
what I had to realize. Because I was always attracting
the same type of people.
Set him up for me. Please, sorry. I don't mean to be abrupt.
No, that's okay.
Because we only got 10 minutes to the show. So, you're going to come back. You're going to tell everybody again what you're doing, how to reach you.
All right, guys. We're chopping up this part of the show, and because we're getting ready to end in just a little bit. So I'm gonna try to come back. If not, just know that I love you, and I'll see you guys later. Mine's up.